just wondering if you can sort of talk to the feel around the room right now as we're really at the last stretch here and the way things have gone lately for you guys, and what sort of, where do you guys need to go from here?
Yeah, I think we should start winning some games. Obviously, at this point in the year, the race is really tight, and we've put ourselves in a really good spot and really good position to this point in time, and we just got to finish it out and go game by game and try to win as many games as possible.
And then what's the challenge here with Vancouver, who are really, you guys are in a good spot, but they're in a fight for their lives, right? And in terms of matching what you expect from them.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to come out really fast. Obviously, know their team very well, and they're in a fight for their lives, and we're starting to get in a big fight. So, two teams pushing, and we need to come out strong and come out fast.
What have you enjoyed, particularly maybe over the last 15 games or so, as you've really taken on such a bigger role here, playing these really heavy minutes?
I don't know. I think you do whatever you can do to help the team win, and I've been trying to play my game and just grow as a player, and I think I've done a good job, and I just got to keep getting better and keep growing my role and growing my trust or my teammates' trust in me, and I just got to keep going, and we need a big win tonight.
Look, you think it's important to get Markey back, give him that confidence he has? Because ever since coming back from the injury, it's kind of been slow for him to kind of get back to where he was prior to. So, can you just talk about the importance of getting his confidence back?
Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable. He's been our best player all year, and he's obviously, it's tough to come back from an injury, but he's a great goalie, and he's been playing good for us. We just gotta limit the high scoring chances on him and help him out a little bit, but he's an unbelievable goalie, and he's great for us.
And what does it mean to have two good veteran netminders back there?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think a lot of trust in them. I think having them back there definitely makes you feel like confident, and you just try not to give up stuff and try to help them out. But they're awesome to have. They play the puck really well, which helps us, and it's like having two third defensemen back there. So, love playing with them, and they've been big for us.
Are they chatty? Do they talk a lot?
Yeah,
yell a lot, or?
I don't know. Markey talks a lot. I think they're different in different ways, but both really good goalies.
Luke had some nice family time in yesterday.
Yeah, it's had some good family time this week, and good to see those guys for sure.
Yeah, thanks.
How important was sort of having a day yesterday for everyone to maybe step away and regroup here?
Big. I mean, it's always good to have a day off, recharge, freshen up your mindset, and go at it again today.
What is that freshening of the mindset that you want to see from this team right now?
That we're a group that plays the same way, believes in each other, and we've proven that throughout the year that we can play hockey, and I think we just got to go back to that and play with confidence, and we look forward from here.
What's the biggest challenge of facing a team like Vancouver, who's really, you guys are in a playoff spot, right? They're fighting to get one.
Desperate team, but it's nothing we haven't seen lately. I think we just got to be also a desperate team. We're in a battle here too, and we got to have a great mindset coming in here today, and just play a full 60-minute hour game plan and see what happens at the end.
Good to have a guy like Pally back in the lineup.
For sure. I mean, obviously, such a great veteran to have on your team. He knows every situation you're out there, so it's obviously great to have him back.
Can you also talk about the importance of maybe getting Markey, getting his confidence back? I mean, I know ever since the injury coming back, he hasn't been maybe playing up to his standards.
Yeah.
But the importance of playing well in front of him to get that confidence back, get that rolling again.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's a competitor. I know he's been around here a long time too in this league, so he knows what he needs to do. And I mean, he's been great for us the whole year, so he'll definitely get there. And as much as we can help, we obviously want to do that. And yeah, today we just gotta be really good in front of him, and the rest, I'm sure he'll know how to handle it.
Is he a talkative goalie back there? Like during the course of a game, where to go?
Yes, he talks to the D. He wants a lot of talks with the D, and he's definitely he has emotions too. And but I think we love it. I love it.
Thank you, Nico. Appreciate it. At the way you were running lines today, clearly some changes coming in that forward group. You've talked a lot about how instrumental Bastian and Lazar have been in a lot of moments. Looks like they're on the outside looking today. What more are you looking for them, and what is it like to take them out of that rhythm?
It's hard to take them out. I mean, obviously Lazar sat out recently, but well, those guys, when we're playing at our best, those guys have been a big part of it. We haven't been playing our best, and those guys, to me, they've slipped a little bit in their game and their effectiveness, the forechecking and all those sorts of things. So that's part of it. The other piece is you look at different things and different people that you want to look at and how it all fits and how it all works, and then you make a decision. So that's really it. I still got lots of belief in those guys, and when they come back in, they'll do a good job for us as they had. And as I said, when we're at our best, they really help. But right now, we're going to look at something a little different.
When you're talking about being at your best, what does that mean in terms of matching your opponent's intensity at a time like this?
Well, it's just the consistency part of it. I mean, even the other night, we still did first and third periods. I thought we did a number of good things. You're right there in the first. You're hanging around in the game. It's 0-0. Third period, you get a push. You get lots of time with the puck. You get scoring chances. In fact, you almost tie the game, as it turns out. But it's consistency. It's a 5-minute window where the game is lost, where the opposition was better and was harder, and that's kind of the difference right now. You got every team coming in here, it seems, is desperate and has lots of urgency. So that's a big part of it. But we got to play better and harder as a group collectively. Individually, our guys have got to look at themselves and be honest and accountable for their own play. But we're seeking consistency, as I think most teams would say they are. But for us to be able to overcome our circumstances and injuries and all these kind of things, we need a lot more than what we're getting right now.
In addition to stringing together some wins here, can you maybe speak to the importance of Markey getting his confidence back? Sure.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's about him getting his confidence back. I mean, Markey doesn't lack confidence. That's not it for me. At least you need the game reps. That's just part of it. He's a feel goalie. I don't think you would describe him as a technical goalie that's going to go through practice and feel great. Like of any of the goalies I've coached, he needs game reps. He needs to be out there and reading game situations. He needs to be competing, and that's I've seen him work his way through it earlier this season, and then get on a roll that he seemed unbeatable and was really carrying us through. Obviously, we need to get him to that level, and the greatest challenge right now is the balance of the urgency of the games and his need to get the reps and get him back in there tonight. And it's another opportunity for him to get that.
And on that note, what is your plan with the goaltenders right now? I mean, obviously Markstrom tonight. Are you going to kind of alternate to see where these goalies are at this point, or which?
I have a pretty good sense of where Jake Allen is at right now, and he's done a really good job for us. So that's on our mind every single day, including today. But Markey's our guy and has been our guy. Has been the number one goalie in the league for a long time. He's here to play in these types of games. We got to give him the opportunity, and then we'll make the decision on a daily basis from there. So we're just focused on tonight's game and obviously hoping that we do a good job in front of Markey to help him out. And even in that Calgary game, I mean, it's 2 good periods, for the most part for Markey there. And this score in the second on him, one that we put in our own net. So it's 2 clean periods. He's on his way to having a good game, and you think that's one that's going to help him push past it, and then we don't help him in the third. So that's a big part of it. That's more of what I'm focused on, quite frankly, is having our team game ready and consistent and play 3 good periods.
Players will dictate who comes in, comes out. If they perform, they stay. But is there a time now down the stretch here when you want to get your lineup, if not set, really a better idea of who can get you into the playoffs and through?
Well, I mean, I don't know that there is. You hope you get some traction and you can kind of stay with it. But I think you just look at where we're at as a group. Yeah, we added new bodies at the trade deadline. Yeah, our roster is expanded now with with whatever it is, $20+ million we have on LTI and having extra bodies around here now, and that's a lot of guys that, quite honestly, it's don't really know what they're going to bring, and how it all fits. What can Foot offer the group? I have a pretty good sense, as I've said. Lazar and Bastion are big parts of what we do, and I like them, and gave some opportunity the other day. Like somebody like Palat is out of our lineup in the last couple of games, and I don't like what that looks like when he's not in there. As we saw the results, and it's not just the on-ice play, but what he does in terms of leadership and settling our team down and all these kinds of things that I think, we're not the same type of group when his presence hasn't been there. So all these factors you're weighing them all. So all that's to say, I expect it to be fluid, and think our group can thrive in that. But if we get on a roll and guys start playing well, then maybe decisions a little bit easier for me and make them get made, and they're obvious. That's what you really would like and hope, is that a player's performance would make it obvious. And I don't think we're quite there yet. And if we don't get there, well, we have good depth, and the guys have responded pretty well to becoming in and out of the lineup. Holla's been playing really good hockey since coming out. Tatar's come in and out and done a good job for us. Cotter, same thing. So these types of things have worked in our favor that way, but we'll take it a day at a time.
I was just going to say, can you expand a little more on what gets injected into your group when you do have Pally out there, whether it's on the ice or off the ice?
Well, it's just to me, it's leadership. That when Pally speaks, guys listen. It helps settle the group down. He's played in such high stakes situations and played in every situation: power play, penalty, kill, playing with elite players, dealing with different situations. I think there's been a real void in our group, quite frankly, the last couple of games without him. And then on the ice, he does a lot of the hard work, a lot of the things we're talking about: consistent, effort, competitiveness, all these kinds of things. Pally's very consistent in that, including practices and morning skates. To me, he drives our group in a lot of ways and is very important. And you really felt that when he wasn't around the last little bit.
Sean, I'm sure consistency that you talked about is a piece of this, but in these last few games, when you've given up one, there have been stretches here where then you've either given up another one or given up an A-grade chance right afterwards. What's key to getting the quicker response, on the next shift after giving a goal up so it doesn't?
Yeah, I just going out with the goal of winning your shift, recognizing the importance of it, the momentum swings. Like I said, we've been a fragile group here of late. It's been guys kind of questioning things a little bit in terms of, are they going to be aggressive? They want to be sort of protect and have that mindset. We need our guys on their toes and playing hard and playing fast and thinking less and skating more. That's when we're at our best, and that's what we need to be right now. And I think that's the same mentality when you get scored on, or it's the start of a period, or it's protecting a lead late in the game. Just go out and skate and work, and let your feet drive you rather than your head. Because sometimes that kind of gets us, like I've talked about, just a foot off here and there, and then pucks are moving all around you instead of getting them stopped and gaining positive momentum. All that stuff comes into play, when you need a big shift and you need a big response. So it's all connected with our forechecking as I look at it. The more I watch last game, the more I watch Columbus, the more I watch the Calgary third period, it's just our inability to get the puck stopped on the offensive side, and part of that's coming with our players just overthinking it.
Obviously, special teams can be very influential in the results of the game. Obviously, a big goal in the second period last game. What are you seeing from that top unit, especially playing so many of those minutes, whether it's zone entries and the movement in the offense?
Yeah, I think it's been, I would say, good but inconsistent at times. We've executed very well and been really close to actually scoring on the rush on our entries, and I think the combination of Mercer and Bratt have connected for some really good clean entries there. Paul power plays, scored some big goals for us at key times. Got one the other night. You know, it's a group that hasn't been together a great deal, but you know, kind of finding their way, I would say. Luke just the same. Like, Luke is probably the guy that impacted the most, just in terms of responsibility of being a puck transporter, decision maker, distributor, but then also just the demand on the body with his minutes going as much as high as they are. And then sometimes, like, maybe at the end of the game, it doesn't look that high, though they are higher. It's the clusters, you know. If you get a couple power plays in the same period, and that can become a real challenge that we've talked about and need to maybe monitor and look at. But overall, I've been pretty happy with the group, certainly with their response and the way they talk to each other, the way they're trying to make adjustments, the way they've responded to Jeremy and his plan and all of that. But we're going to have to continue to work at it and execute. And special teams have been such a major part of our game all season long. And it's going to have to, you know, be that case the rest of the way.
Thanks, Sheldon.